So hello there everyone and welcome back to Corey Loses, where today we are once again continuing our Thrawn's Revenge Imperial Civil War 2.3 preview playthrough as the Corporate Sector Authority. In the last few episodes we've gotten straight back down to the core here, and that's all we have left to take. So we are going to have a video for the patrons to go and choose their ships for the Imperial playthrough we're going to be doing next. The Patreon post is already up for that for anyone who's already a patron or wants to become a patron. And then the video is just to let everyone know that that's happening. But this stream was supposed to be happening like 4 hours ago. I had to replace my desk. I ordered a new one because the desk that I had was about to collapse, basically. I was expecting it on Monday, but then it showed up here around noon and I didn't have the space to keep the boxes. So I ended up trying to put it together and it took the last 8 hours. So it's a very nice desk. I might put a picture up later on the Discord or on Twitter or something for anyone who wants to see the fabulous desk. I've still got some rearranging to do in my room, but we are going to get back into it here. Where are our fleets? We have a fleet. Oh, we had a fleet down here. No, is it coming this way? No, those are our ground forces. We have our fleets up here and there as well. Okay, yeah, so we're going to be starting off with the Araido Authority territory in the southern part here. But, yeah, so let's grab this. Let's get our infantry in. Chardin, we're being attacked at. Can't do anything about that yet.
TIE squadron here.
Construction complete.
We can send these guys up there to get ready to auto-resolve at Gabrador. Because Gabrador, the ground map isn't working.
Tactical battle imminent.
So I'm just gonna... We've already taken the space over Gabrador so many times.
Pirate ship mobile. Setting course.
We're getting all these other ground units.
TIE squadron. Recruiting troops. Recruiting.
Training soldiers.
Vehicle in production.
Alright. Oh no, Sandbear hit his toe. Okay. So we have all our infantry here so we can go in on this. Jindine, and then we'll send them down to Bothawai, or Bothawui. Now Hada and Elysia. But I did check, I wanted to see how some of the AI stuff was doing, so I did go in and I checked what was left, since this isn't supposed to be like a challenge playthrough or anything. And there are a lot of SSDs for us to kill.
Reporting.
So there's still a good amount of forces to beat. We'll get Pinkerton and Shunit's party poopers. And you know what, let's just get the other one too. We're just going to go straight over the edge. And there were more people commenting on one of the other videos, one of the other episodes, about Strikebreakers being OP, and that's I basically said that in every episode myself as well. So in the actual build of the mod right now, they are much weaker, and they will be much weaker when the mod is actually out. So don't worry about that. Can I not go over this? I can't go over this.
Command received. Awaiting orders.
All right, so we'll have to load up.
Moving out. Ready for orders. At the ready. Right away. Moving out.
Oh, you can go over this way. You don't need to go all the way around.
Destination ahead. Bombing run available. Let's move
Enemy
out.
forces ahead.
Attacking. Ready to receive.
One of these I'm going to send over here. They're going to grab the sensor.
Roger that. Form up. Firing. Awaiting orders. This way.
All right, drop one of those guys.
Over there. Engines activated. Ready.
And there's the path.
Copy. Copy.
So you're supposed to shoot that one.
I copy.
You guys can come shoot this one if you really want.
Reporting. Receiving orders. As you wish. Yes, sir. The target in sight. Yes, sir.
We've captured an abandoned sensor array.
Alright, Moth Palace. Ow. Still not used to this setup yet. It used to be my left arm was free and my right arm would be on the other side of my L-shaped desk. But now I'm shifted slightly to the right. So it's all very different. I keep buffering. For some reason my connection seems to be not great right now.
Targeting.
So I don't know if that's the stream dropping.
Lancet proceeding. Command received. Right away.
Here, I'll check something. There. Hopefully that'll be a little bit better.
Aerial
Like, it's still
artillery
getting 6,000 kilobytes per
Moving
second.
out.
So it shouldn't be dropping too much, but either way.
ready for orders. Attack.
Okay, this one we're going to send down after all the other stuff.
At the ready. Open fire. Ready to receive
KDY
orders.
subsidiary,
Heading out.
they've got
Attack that
a bunch of
target.
turrets.
Destination ahead. Comlink active. Roger that. Let's move out.
I'm gonna use the bombing run on this place. There are a lot of forces in there.
Let's go. Keep going. Form up. This way.
Attack run.
Because the EA has the very unhelpful white color. Okay, they did have control of that.
Awaiting orders. Copy.
I'm glad I did that.
Attacking target.
Alright, this one...
Fire
Oh,
at will.
HV gun.
Reporting. Yes, sir. Over there. Engines activated. Yes, Commander. Cut through them. Targeting.
HV gun's gonna die, then that's gonna die. Bunkers are all dead.
Receiving orders.
Alright, so that should do it.
Ready. Blast them out.
Just gotta get this bunker.
We are victorious. Planetary control achieved.
Oh no.
Quasar reporting for
Part of the soundtrack that's close enough that it may get a strike. Oh well.
Brigade standing by.
Alright, send them
Receiving
in
orders.
here. So this part of the fleet can all stay down on this side. We can send these guys in to Holland it.
Building under construction. Tactical battle imminent.
And then it's just those 5 planets left for the Maldruid, I think? Yeah.
We've located the enemy.
Hypervelocity cannon firing. Choose your reinforcements.
Alright, I'm gonna just send you straight over. Let's get a Bulwark 3. Then we'll get some Gozantes, Please Don't Shoot Me, and Crate's Honor.
Reinforcements en route.
Also send in Fury,
Reinforcements en route.
Queen's
Reinforcements
Bane,
en route.
Men of Harlech somewhere.
Reinforcements en route.
We'll just unpause.
Reinforcements
Unfurl rows
en
here.
route.
Shield Scar. They've been down to these 5 planets for quite some time, so they may have a few forces defending it. But considering they don't have stations in some of the planets, or at least on this planet, it seems like they have been fighting a lot of people in the core, like all the different factions that are here.
Bomber standing by.
Well, there's been no puns so far, Mike.
Direct fire on the engines.
Getting alive.
Armed and ready. I got one. Changing course to
I got
intercept.
fighters on me.
Destroy the engines.
Enemies in range.
IPV reporting.
Get over here and help.
Formation.
I'm under
Okay,
attack.
engines are down first. It looks like all the Tonfalks are already dead.
Take out the iron cannons.
That would just be from the latency also creation.
Our primary target is those iron cannons.
Hopefully we don't run into connection issues on Sunday. That'd be unfortunate, because that's been happening a lot with the last few Jackbox streams.
Enemy has been defeated.
So I might do a couple attempts beforehand just to make sure the connection's all good.
Retreat aborted.
Reporting.
Construction
Ready for combat.
Cruiser reporting.
Alright, so we have to auto-resolve this planet regardless. There's no way around it with that planet.
Constructing unit.
Reporting.
Constructing unit.
Oh, there, answer no one? We've only been going for about 10 minutes so far here.
Tactical battle imminent.
Cal... You're not supposed to attack my planets at this point. You have only 2 there.
T2B over. On it, sir. Course plotted. Yes, sir.
Sorry, just adjusting the volume on that.
Sensor node
T2B,
constructing.
copy.
Construction
Ah,
complete.
I am tired. So last night,
Copy.
I got the first video, like the audio recorded and the video editing done, or at least the majority of it done for the first Datapad video. I also put out a poll on Patreon for the second topic, so I put the poll out for the patrons to vote on which war we're going to cover and which conflict. And then on YouTube in the community page, so that's the channel and then /community in the browser. If you want to go vote on that, there's going to be a poll on the character that's going to be for everyone to vote on. Once the channel actually starts, all those polls will be moved over to the Datapad channel, which is featured on Corey Loses as well. So if you're looking for a link to that, that's there too.
On my way.
But
Reporting.
I'm going to try to get all 3 of those videos recorded in advance, and I'm going to do more regular polls for... Oh,
Destroyed.
that was nice.
Roger that.
But yeah, so there will be more regular polls for that kind of thing using both Patreon and the community page. Because with that kind of thing, it's standalone almost every time. Like, I'm sure there's some topics that'll be
There they are.
possibly a 2-parter or something, but there could be different stuff all the time.
Moving out. Heading out. We'll back you up. Let's move out. We'll cover you.
That was a bit of overkill.
Awaiting orders. Copy. Targeting.
They really want this planet, though, apparently.
We are victorious.
There we go. They only have the 2 planets there. Like they have 2 planets over here. And then they have Yagdal and Morja. Then they have Nalhada and Leisha. So no matter how much they want it, they're only going to be able to get so much. They're probably going to be the first ones to go here. Probably be Araidu, Aldrude,
Choose your
then
reinforcements.
New Republic and Empire in some order.
At maximum unit capacity.
That'll still leave 1 Haken planet. What time is Era 4? It's about, I think it's 12 ABY. It's either 11 or 12 ABY.
Aerial artillery reporting.
Or 11 to 12 ABY. It wasn't a very long time period that Dala was in charge.
Squadron moving out.
So it's only a couple months, really, that it encapsulates.
Command received.
And there's some of the other eras, like Era 5 in particular, goes a really long time.
Moving out.
The enemy is approaching.
Heading out.
Looks like this is an economic planet for the most part.
Destination ahead. I have the target in sight.
Oh yeah, we would have been able to see that. We saw the ion cannon too.
Choose your reinforcements.
Now I remember.
Lock and load. We're attacking immediately.
Of course I use the droids who can't shoot air targets.
Ready for orders. Landed. Target. Heading for attack position. Let's move out. Attack. Let's go. Keep going.
Bombing run available.
This way. Over there.
Ah!
Open fire.
Reinforcement point contested.
On my way.
At maximum unit capacity.
Bomber squadron.
Alright, let's see if we can hit
Attack that target. Engines activated.
the airspeeder with this.
Attack
Oh,
the target.
that's what's doing a lot of the damage. There we go. I think we hit the airspeeder.
Receiving orders.
Ready to
And
go.
you guys dealt with that.
On my way.
At the ready. Fire at will. As you wish. Squadron moving out. Lancet proceeding. Command received. Cut through them.
Awaiting orders.
Go kill the van. Oh, go kill the vans. Multiple vans.
Ready to receive orders.
Always ready, sir. Enemy sighted.
And RAFs are coming in. More vans.
Hostile.
Turn around.
Choose your reinforcements. At maximum unit capacity.
Get another strike breaker out there.
Targeting.
No, don't let him throw a bomb at you.
Open fire. Scanning area. Fire support ready. On the move.
Here we go.
Roger that. Right away. Form up. Moving out. Heading out. Blast them out. Destination ahead. Awaiting orders. Let's move out.
These are all just boffins.
Reporting in. Scouting area.
Copy. Let's go. I copy. Keep going. Reporting. Attacking.
I mean, they're okay. The vans, they're not,
Engaging.
even how they are, they're not great. They're kind of tanky. That's what they're for.
Roger that. Let's go. Right away. Moving out. Attack that target.
Yes, sir. Planted. Targeting. Heading for attack position.
My whole room just smells like
Fire.
new wood
This way.
Scanning
right now.
Open fire. Over there. On the move.
Freshly chopped lumber.
Attacking target. Engines activated.
Scouting.
Receiving orders.
Scouting area.
And I'm not sure how I feel about that. I used to think I liked the smell, but I don't know. It just feels weird to have inside right now.
Fire at will. Lancet proceeding. Aerial artillery reporting.
We already killed the
Ready for orders. Cut through them.
power generator.
Choose your reinforcements.
Right, we'll have to get an Espo in here so we can capture that. I'd rather we didn't destroy the sensor.
Right away.
Let's go.
Just kill those guys.
Ready to receive orders.
Those guys.
Blast them out.
Infiltrators.
Downlink active. Moving out. Heading out.
Alright, let's kill some of these Bothan houses.
Destination ahead. Ready for orders. Firing.
Target acquired.
See, we draw them forward enough that they'll... Hey.
Roger that. Let's move out. Let's go.
Form up.
Alright, now let's go up to this.
Form up. Keep going. Awaiting orders. This way.
Right away.
Over there.
Come on, Van and
Engines
Walker.
activated.
Unit destroyed.
Receiving
No!
orders. Engaging. As you wish.
Moving out.
Awaiting orders.
Yeah, there we go.
System conquered.
Star Destroyer reporting
Okay.
aid standing by.
Do we have a Pathfinder? We did have a Pathfinder in this fleet, right? But it might have been HV gunned. I think that's what happened.
Adjusting navicomputer.
Tactical battle imminent.
Mondarch. Guys, you know this is the place that has the Empress. I don't know why I bothered to put the keyboard tray on this. I never use it. And
Spotted.
maybe I should use it, because then I can have the microphone farther up.
Reinforcements.
But it's just so uncomfortable to me. It was the hardest part to put together.
Reinforcements en route.
Y-wing squadron reporting.
Space station
Starting my
under
run.
attack.
TIEs reporting in. Acquiring target.
Enemy unit disabled.
Weapons charged. Starting attack position.
Watcher 6.
Orders, sir.
In attack formation.
Advancing on target.
Oh, right, that was the other one, yeah.
Active.
It was Maldrude we fought, not Reddit. Or New Republic.
In attack formation.
They've got us targeted.
I'll try and draw their rendezvous at Mark 6.1. Try not to let one on your tail. Stay in attack formation.
Weapons online. Going for their lasers. How about a little help?
Enemy fighters on me. Y-wing standing by.
Ion cannon available.
Target those lasers.
Can anyone
Our
else see him?
space station is under attack.
Where are you?
I'm running out of maneuver.
Roger
Right,
that.
they're probably gonna...
Ready for
I mean, I
sir.
suggest that they try to retreat soon, but they probably won't.
Your orders? Changing course to intercept.
Wing squadron reporting.
Send the coordinates.
I'm in range. They're on me. I got my approach vector.
Alright.
I can't take another hit like that.
At your command.
Hey, they're trying to retreat. They're gonna get out of here with one escort carrier.
Attack formation.
I feel like that thing needs an actual class name. Okay, we're gonna hit Nalhada,
TIE squadron here.
so I'll just move these guys over to that one.
Tactical battle imminent.
Some of the smaller... some of the smaller defense forces, sorry. I'm just gonna auto-resolve some of that. Because we do have like 7 or 8 SSDs to fight still.
Use your reinforcements.
Orders received.
This has enough that it might put up a bit of a fight for us.
Reinforcements en route.
Elena,
Cannon firing.
got our bulwark buddies all out here.
Flank speed. Coming about. Destination confirmed.
Reinforcements canceled.
Intercepting.
Heading in house, sir. Yes, sir. On our way.
Stay in formation.
Our target priority is the laser cannons.
Locking on.
Glad you
Someone
threw it.
cover me! Behind them.
Alright, your job is supposed to be to destroy the shipyard.
Target locked. Eliminating target. Target locked. I have
Thanks,
it
Grope.
now. I got fighters on me. Get over here and help.
6-month anniversary. It's a big one.
Are our target.
That's the prime anniversary.
Locking on.
It's like half of paper.
I'm under attack. Enemies in range.
Awaiting orders.
I don't know, because I think I did count like 8 SSDs that were left, so
They've got us targeted.
that's most of the planet still. And probably most of the ones that are gonna have Valadujas and Empresses too. So I've still got to rig the Cardin, because the Empire is supposed to have the one that's based off of the base game 5th level station, which was called the Cardan. Because we have a model, we used it in Ascendancy. We were supposed to use it for was it Oridu in the Remnant? But it wasn't finished in time for 2.2, and I just haven't rigged it yet. Same thing with the Praetor one, that needs to get rigged too.
Enemies in range. They're coming.
Danny, the start
Ready to blow
reporting.
something up.
A lot of people have asked like what the Prime sub actually does.
My run.
It's the exact same as a regular tier 1 sub actually, so I get the exact same as anyone who
Reporting.
like actually
For another run. I got
pays
fighters
for
on
it
me.
too.
I'm in a tight
So
spot. Intercepting.
The lasers are
Shoot
our
him
target.
down.
I'm very pro Twitch
Get
Prime
over here
subs.
and help. Where's our cover? More enemy craft. I'm under attack. I'm hit. Where'd he come from? This is bad. Attacking the
I alternate mine through a few YouTuber friends, or I guess Twitch friends,
Hypervelocity cannon.
even though I think of them as YouTuber friends.
How about a little help? Can anyone else see him? I can't stay out.
I used to drop it on Gull every month, but now I alternate between Gull and Eckhart every month now, or every other month. When's the first Datapad video? That'll be going up on the 16th, so next Saturday.
Let's get moving.
That'll be the hot one.
Eliminating target.
Order confirmed. Destroy the shield
Ready to
generator.
receive orders. Comlink active. Where are you?
I was working on the like early versions of graphics I want for that, so the earlier videos will be a bit more primitive, and hopefully I'll figure out better ways to use After Effects as we go, and I'll get a good layout to use for everything. I want to get like an animated galaxy map where we can zoom in on different areas,
I got fighters on me.
show borders, show planets.
Get over.
And I started working on some of the ways for that with the Hut video, so there's some animated maps with that, but
Locking on.
nothing too fancy just yet.
AT-AT ready.
Invasion commencing.
Alright. Let's just check this, the stats here. Empire's still at 32% of the military. They have 19 planets. New Republic has 8 and 12, PA 5 and 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I guess, yeah, they have no connected planets. Valdrude has 5 planets, 7%. Oridu has 4 planets with 6%. Soon to be 3 planets with probably like 5%. Defiler has not died that I'm aware of.
Choose your reinforcements.
Order acknowledged. Heading out.
I haven't been tracking the names as well as I normally try to,
We're ready to fight.
because I am
We'll move as long as
feeling
we
like
can.
I need to fall asleep
We'll get there as soon as we
immediately.
can. Copy. We're combat ready.
Oh no, these are the droids.
Fire now. I copy.
These weren't the droids I was looking
Squadron
for.
moving out. Lancet proceeding. Reporting.
Look, sir, it's them.
And part of it is we're going to come across even more of just the economic structures,
Yes, sir. Command received.
as we're just getting into the core of everyone's territory. They only have so many planets left, so a lot of it would have gone into mines. And I can't remember if I talked about it in the last stream, but now you can only build 2 mines per planet, but
Attack position.
the orbital trade port is now much better. So at the moment you can make a lot more money, but that's probably going to get changed to kind of even out with how it was.
Let's move out.
Alright, you guys,
Answering your
after
call.
that. The desk is quite nice. So much sturdier than anything I've had before.
Lancet standing by. Aerial artillery reporting.
I just need to get rid of this old dresser that we got for free. I usually go for like the cheapest furniture possible, but this time I got something that I'll hopefully be able to save for a while. Because before I could, well, now I still can't exactly afford really great stuff, but before I'd always have to go for the cheapest thing possible, and then it doesn't last very long, so you end up having to replace it. So I'm trying to get stuff that'll, even if it means putting out a little bit more money, get stuff that'll last me.
This way.
Being poor is expensive.
Over there.
Well, lag spikes are a lot more common when you're using the fast forward button, which I've been using liberally on the ground in this episode.
I copy. Squadron moving out.
To desk. Well, the one that I had, most of the locks and cams where those were going in, where most of that part of the desk was just destroyed.
Proceeding.
Like it wasn't holding up very well. So
Command received. Right away.
most of the desk was like new screw holes that I made, and there was a large chance within the next few months of it just collapsing with my laptop on it, which would have been very sad. So
Reporting. Fire. Moving out. Yes, sir. Heading out. Open fire. Destination ahead. Attack the target. Let's move out. Attacking target.
alright.
Go. Fire at will.
Hey, they're leaving. We got the planets.
System control achieved.
We got the planets, bub.
Assault frigate here.
Tactical battle imminent.
Elysia has a Praetor. Did that actually get them down to... No, it's still at 6.
Inbound.
Ooh, a Valaduja. Ooh, piece of candy.
Choose your reinforcements.
Alright. Serenity. Oh no. Well, didn't mean to drop that there.
Setting course.
Elena, my mouse has been much more cooperative than it had been a few weeks ago, but still sometimes will
Reinforcements
unclick.
Cancelled.
We're on the move.
I wanted Serenity back here more, but whatever. Requisite.
We're on our way. We'll be there shortly.
They haven't tried the HV gun, but that was also just a Marauder back
Right
there.
away.
Reinforcements cancelled.
Moving out.
Heading out.
Heading out.
Heading there now, sir.
Reinforcements
Yes, sir.
cancelled.
On our way.
Alright. Eckhart.
Hypervelocity
Thank you.
cannon Firing.
Cannons armed. The lasers are our target.
So yeah, that bulwark is dead, and I blame my mouse. There we go. There's the hypervelocity gun coming from way off screen.
Time to go. Going for their lasers. They're hitting us. Where'd he go?
It's not that bad. It's like I said, it's mostly behaving. Sometimes you lose a Bulwark 3 for it, sometimes you don't. It's just one of the facts of life.
Action. Eliminating target. Target locked. I'm on them. Stay in formation.
Opening fire on the torpedo. Batteries online.
I have them now. Open fire.
God, this is just getting shredded.
What's with all this sitting around?
Yeah, some of the comics were actually the best sources for the Bulwark. In the future, I'd like to make the Bulwark 2 and 3 different from the 1 visually in some way, but for now, I'll just keep it how it is and
Target priority is the laser.
go with that.
Intercepting. I'm on them. Stay in formation.
Choose your reinforcements.
I mean, we're sitting on 120,000 credits at the end of this campaign, Michael.
I'm in a tight
That we could buy 10 more of these right now, and we're still going to be good. We don't need to worry about a budget at this point.
Navigating to coordinates.
The budget needs to worry about us.
Skipper reporting.
Firing.
Where's our cover? I have them now. They're coming in quick.
Wait the 5 minutes for the shot to make it here from the HV gun. Oh, there it is.
Target locked.
It's going to be dead before it even hits.
They've got us targeted.
Sucks to suck, sucker.
How about a little help?
Does CSA have an address? No. So they have like the Lucre Hawk, the Bulwark 3, and the Invincible cast. So
Where'd he come from?
that's going to be the higher end for them. It's going to be as big as it gets.
Where are you?
There's like a 1% chance in the future that maybe they'd get the Mandator, but I really doubt that because I kind of like how they function as a faction right now,
Stay out here. I'm running out of
and I don't want to
Direct fire.
throw another SSD in where it doesn't need to be.
fighters on me. Target
Let's go over and hit that Pellaeon.
Getting torn apart. Getting a lock.
The new Praetor 2 model is actually done. I was going to say almost ready, but it's done. Connor's been working on that since for the last couple days, but right now he's working on a loading screen for Father Republic. I basically told him, like, look at the Battle of Coruscant. If you see a shot you want to remake, go with that. So that's what he's doing. He's doing a great job. I'm seeing like some of the Discord stuff pop up behind OBS. So
Someone cover me.
Reporting.
should be a good loading screen.
Where's our cover? I got fighters on me. Get over here and help. Where'd he come from? I'm under attack.
All right, these guys are just sitting back, not being especially useful.
I'm hit.
Awaiting orders.
All these acclimators need to die.
Engine ready.
How's this going on? This is going almost nowhere.
Shield generator
Got us
low.
targeted.
Those laser
I'm not paid
banks
enough
are the
for this.
primary target.
Look at the TIE droids over here. How about that?
Did anyone else see him? Where are you? I can't take another hit like that.
No, this is in the dev server, Michael.
I'm running out of maneuver.
You guys will probably see it in a future news post. Or when you launch up the mod. Or when I launch up the mod.
Someone cover me.
Frigate reporting. Enemies in
Getting torn
Open
apart.
fire.
Choose your reinforcements.
I'm in a tight spot.
Getting a lock. Our engine is down.
Target locked.
Just the one.
Intercepting. Weapons charged.
Alright, we need more of these skip rays over here. We're at half shields on the Valdezia.
Hypervelocity cannon firing.
The lasers
Alright,
are
you're gonna go for Visible Hand.
ready for battle.
Shoot him down.
Pestilence just floating around. Not a care in the world.
I've got him.
Reporting in, sir.
I'm on them.
Weapons armed.
Target locked. Get over here and help.
You adding any unexpected ships to follow the public? Late game units for each factory besides the obvious ones. Yeah, sorry, I missed that.
Attacking
Well, the first release is just going to be the core unit list, so like the more famous stuff that you'd expect. And actually, our focus in terms of adding stuff in the future is probably more on some of the earlier stuff, so putting in some more of the stuff that you would expect from like judicial forces or local sector forces, that kind of thing. There'd be some of the other later stuff, so depending on which way you go with certain story elements, there'd be the ability to get a couple ISDs and seculars and some of the really early Imperial stuff that they'd be using towards the end of the Clone Wars sectors, that kind of thing. Maybe stuff like the Maelstrom we'd consider at some point. But yeah, for this first release, it's just whatever is most iconic with the factions, so we can get a working core roster and then expand from there. But the Republic, for some of the early starting forces when they don't have vendors yet, are just going to have stuff like the Invincible class we're looking at here. They'd have... I'm thinking about the Vainglorious, which is something that Stark would have used, because I think they were made by Rendili, and so they might have been used by sector forces in the Republic as well. So that's another early planetary defense force kind of thing I'm thinking about. But kind of like with ICW, the longer we go, the more we're going to have an opportunity to expand into some of that obscure stuff. Like how in ICW we have all the Warlord factions, and Fall of the Republic, it's more unit-based than faction-based. Though that also does kind of depend on the timeline a bit.
Where's our cover?
Take out the iron cannons.
Stay in formation.
Where are
Assault
you?
frigate here.
Alright. That's almost dead. We gotta
Form up.
really deal with these acclimators.
I can't take another hit like that.
Velocity cannon firing.
Where'd he come from?
Enemies in range.
This is bad.
Alright. What, 3 hard points left? 4? Yeah, 4.
Eliminating
Daddy, the
target.
Star Destroyer reporting.
You guys have a fan designed Mandator that you prefer? We haven't done our take on the Mandator yet. Valerie will probably do a take on it soon. She's the one that's been making, like she just rejoined the team recently, so made all the Haben stuff we showed off in that last news post, and she just did a better drawing of the Strike Cruiser that I'm going to be using to update the Strike Cruiser at some point. Because our Strike Cruiser model is kind of garbage, and there's not great references. For such a popular ship, it really doesn't have that many depictions, and a lot of them are kind of outdated or based on like game art, so it suffers from age in a different way than a lot of source art usually does. But yeah, it'll take a lot from the Bellator, because it is the same family. They're supposed to be like, the Bellator is supposed to be kind of like a split off from the Mandator 3. Like they were contemporaneous and both evolved from the earlier Mandator lines.
I'm losing my engine.
Coming around.
Ready. Enemy spotted.
I've got it.
Copy. Roger that.
I'm hit.
Destroy the engine.
Falling out of formation.
I mean, I realized, but
Let's get moving.
I already did a plug for the channel, so I can't really
They've got us targeted.
force too many more people over there. I will say, if there's anyone watching who is somehow unaware of Eckhart's channel, Eckhart's Ladder, look it up. Go and subscribe to that too. It's a great channel.
I'm getting torn apart. Attacking the ion cannons.
But I assume everyone is aware of it.
I'm in a tight spot.
Form up.
The Valaduja auto-resolves have just been, I
Focus fire on that target.
guess, luck? Because I haven't known where they are.
Can anyone else see him? Where'd he come from?
Eliminating
Time to go. This is bad.
Awaiting orders.
Where are you?
We have them in our sight.
Oh, this is gonna explode.
I can't take another hit like that. Excellent shot. How about some action? What's with all this sitting around?
Have I just not hit that? Okay, we did. We got it.
Attack!
Let's do a pass on the structure, or on the shipyard, and see if we can take that out in one go.
All right. Open fire.
Headhunters, come over.
Skipper reporting. Get over here and help. I'm under attack.
Ugh. I really don't want to be an ASMR streamer. That'd be gross.
I'm hit. Taking out the missile launcher.
My microphone setup already picks up
Got us targeted.
Ready to engage.
way too much of me hitting my desk.
I'm not paid enough.
I need to play around with the settings more. I need to get a microphone boom. I think that's the next thing I need.
See him? Where are you?
I copy. Initiating attack.
Enemy Star Destroyer reporting.
They're gonna have it properly in front of my face, turn it down to 50% instead of 88.
Turbulence afire.
The sound quality should be a lot better at that point. When I was recording the Datapad video, I was able to turn it down to 50% and have the microphone much closer. I think it sounded a bit better, so...
I can't take
Oh no!
a hit like that.
Visible hand!
Cover me. Where'd he go?
Oh no!
Nowhere to run. Falling out of formation.
Sad times.
Attack formation.
I mean, I hate having cameras on me. I'll stream with my webcam sometimes, but that's
Reporting.
about it in life.
Weapons charged. Target those lasers.
When we were going through all the family photos to set up for my mom's funeral, like, she was in only a small amount too, but she was always the one taking them. And I started realizing that's the way to do it. If you don't want to be in a picture, be the one taking the picture.
Frigate reporting. Attack. Orders received.
I copy.
There's like, I think there's only like 2 or 3 pictures of me and her together. I have one of them here. Then there's some like family pictures, a couple. Okay, so we lost Pestilence, Serenity, Unrepentant, and Visible Hand, which is just horrible. I feel guilty. I just don't know what to do with myself at this point. I'm ashamed, really. Rather than be ashamed forever, I'm gonna go back here.
Unit in
And I'm
production.
gonna queue them all back up.
Vehicle in production. Unit in production.
Alright. Elysia. Well, hold on. Can I auto-resolve this one yet?
Construction complete.
Course plotted.
Invasion commencing.
A few repairs, and I'll be back.
System control.
Huh.
achieved.
I didn't know Garm had a Galactic Death auto-resolve voice
Beginning
thing.
construction.
Brigade standing by.
Moving
I
ahead.
need to remove all that, because obviously it's not Garm.
Destination acquired.
I was just trying to think of a pun there, and I thought of it, but I'm not going to say it because it was just horrible. It wasn't worth saying, which, for me to get to that point, it really takes a lot. So I hope you all appreciate that.
Star Destroyer reporting in.
Construction
This one.
complete.
So Valerie would be very happy with you right now, Eckhart. She really wants us to go as far as possible in every timeline direction. So there's at least one person on the team really pushing for that.
Invasion commencing.
I am going to be putting Killix in the Outer Rim. So there will be some kind of swarm war possible when you get the Chiss out there and everything.
Choose your reinforcements.
Heading out.
Enemy base shields
Order
up.
acknowledged.
At
Inputting
maximum unit
coordinates.
capacity.
Copy.
give us 15 more 3D artists and we can have as many mods as we want. And I can do preview playthroughs for all of them.
Sensor
Yes,
node
Commander.
constructing.
Keep going.
Construction
Incoming!
complete.
Sometimes you think there's no references you can make when you're making maps, but Rogue finds a way.
This way. Cut through them. Ready. Over there.
Our shittily overpowered
Form up.
shipbreakers.
Heading out.
Oh no,
Attacking targets. Awaiting orders. Avoiding
it's coming. We wouldn't want to absorb all the other Montes. We absorb people that we get along with best.
Ready to receive orders.
Trying to keep our little clique together.
Comlink active. Roger that. Form up.
I mean, if we ever went that late into the timeline act, then stuff like Mon Mothma and Alagosakla would have their appropriate subtypes.
Copy. Receiving orders. I copy.
I mean, Bob, you took over Phoenix Rising and Ultimate Empire at War. Is that
As
really
you wish.
taking over anything?
Reporting. Squadron moving out.
If I find a couch next to a dumpster, did I take over the couch?
Lancet proceeding. Command received. Right away. Engaging. Moving out. I have the target in sight.
Alright, so this looks like the structures are just the economic ones.
Yes, sir. Let's move out. Yes, Commander. Ready. Heading for attack position.
Copy.
Alright. You can stop doing your moonwalk.
I copy.
Buddy, come over here.
Aerial artillery reporting. Attack. Ready for orders.
Yeah, let's just hit that. And that.
Reporting. Commence attack run.
I mean, we're not removing the CC VSDs, we're just making them more lore friendly to what they actually were.
Yes, sir.
They're not just going to be like, they're, because in 2.2, so a lot of people complain about the fact that we're nerfing them, but they're more powerful than Star Destroyers, and there's no reason for it. Alright, you heard it here first, folks. Eckhart's Ladder's going to do a Lemurar cosplay.
Scouting. On my way.
That's what I got out of that, at least.
Ready to receive orders. Comlink active. Roger that. Let's go. Keep going. This way.
Yeah, Valerie is Lady Storyteller.
Attack that target. Attacking target. Fire at will. Form up. Over there. Engines activated. Receiving orders. Cut through them. Awaiting orders.
Okay, is that it?
Enemy
No, that isn't it.
Copy. As you wish.
Okay, that is it. They're leaving.
System conquered. Building
AT-AT
under
ready.
construction.
Okay. We have Honegger and the Maw over here. So it turns out Dala is not actually at the Maw. She somehow ended up in the core. So Nighthammer is in the core somewhere. But let's
Assault frigate here.
Tactical battle imminent.
let's get invaded at there it is. When I say in the core somewhere, I mean she's right here over Jindine. Any idea who's going to be joining the Jackbox stream Sunday? I haven't gotten any firm yeses from anyone except Sleverd yet. Usually I just message people day of. So Sleverd will be there. Kalo maybe free. Scarecrow's usually on for that.
Sensor
But other than that, I'm not sure.
construction complete.
I modeled the shield ship once.
Yes, Commander.
We never got them in game because they don't serve as much of a purpose.
T2B over.
So I do have like a 12-year-old model of the shield ship sitting on this computer.
Course plotted. Full out.
Yeah, Shix. The Jackbox stream is going to be at 8 p.m. EST on Sunday.
Order, sir.
And that'll be on the YouTube channel. Blackheart, if you want to join, then more than welcome to.
Move out.
Unless you want to keep a family-friendly image here.
Reporting. Moving to that area, sir. Heading out.
T2B, copy.
Awaiting orders.
Okay, let's check the sensor array.
Enemy unit. Fall out, troops.
Yeah, I would go get the sensor.
I copy.
Reinforcement point contested.
Oh no! Oh no! They did it again.
Destroyed.
Yeah.
Enemy bombardment is ready. We've secured an abandoned sensor array.
That's fine with me.
Awaiting orders.
Reinforcement point
Scanning
contested.
area. On the move.
We've lost the landing zone.
Sensor array destroyed.
Armor standing by. Advance! Armor ready. Ready to roll. Target in range. Enemy spotted. Forward! Let's move out.
Yeah, I just said if you wanted to do that, that's fine with me.
Roger that. Right away.
Lead the way.
They're just gonna orbital bombard our Moth Palace here, and we're just gonna be screwed.
Move it out.
We'll check it out.
Heading out.
We'll assist you.
Fall out, troops.
Acknowledge.
Let's move out. Let's go.
Hopefully this will
Keep going.
Ready.
this will be the last. No, it's happening again. It's happening again. It's happening again. It's happening. It happened again.
Unit destroyed.
And there's an AT-AT.
Always ready, sir.
Yeah, for whatever reason, I'm getting 13 megabytes a second up, but it's still
Scouting
being
area.
kind of spotty. So it's definitely on my end. I've got the feared red box in OBS.
Reporting in. Right away.
Moving out.
Moving out.
Advancing.
Targeting. Heading
Support
out.
order acknowledged.
Firing. Providing cover. Engaging enemy. Support ready. Fire. Target acquired.
Alright, we're gonna lose Jindine,
Fall out.
I think.
Move out.
Okay, we gotta do the
Keep going.
the old AT-AT run around here.
Enemy sighted. Enemy spotted.
Except it's by a hill, so it's gonna be very difficult to do that.
This way.
Unit destroyed.
Okay, they wasted the OB. Take cover so that it'll have a harder time shooting at you, infantry.
Reporting. Attack that target. Attack. Over there. On it, sir. Implement
Ah.
coordinates.
Yeah, you better run.
Roger. Let's move out.
Sir. Adjusting navigation.
Stay behind the AT-AT. Stay behind the AT. Stay behind the AT-AT. Stay behind the AT-AT. Okay. We're staying behind the AT-AT. Ah!
Let's move out.
We stayed behind the AT-AT.
Sensor node constructing. Construction complete.
Form up.
Okay.
Reporting in.
These guys are going to be the heroes we need.
Let's go.
They're going for the sensor array. Oh no.
Awaiting orders. Scouting. Hostiles. Roger that. All right, men. Take cover. Copy. On my way. Right away. Attack!
It's dead.
Backup. Scanning area. On the move. Moving to that
So
area.
much for my sensor array.
Form up.
We are victorious.
We kept Jindine, we kept the structure. What a fantastic time.
Building under construction.
Brigade standing by.
Tactical battle imminent.
Dauntless. One structure. We don't. Do we have a bulwark? No, this fleet doesn't have a bulwark anymore.
They're in this direction.
Hey there, Green Glow. Green Glow? What did I say? I can't speak anymore.
Choose your reinforcements.
You're all responsible for welcoming yourselves to the stream now, because I am incapable of talking.
Reinforcements en route.
Heading in now, sir.
All out.
In fact, someone else do this commentary.
On the way.
I can't stay out here. Let's move out. Let's go.
Alright, it's gonna be small ships versus small ships.
Navigating to coordinates. Get over here and help. Commander, they're hitting Cannons armed. Reporting. Attack position. Excellent shot. I'm under attack. I'm hit. They've got us targeted. How about a little help? Can anyone else see him? Where are you? I'm running out of maneuvers. I can't take another hit like that. Awaiting instructions. Someone cover me.
Okay, you guys are gonna hit their tankiest ship, while our best ships hit their smallest ships. Actually, anything with missiles, don't even bother trying to hit a Corona.
Cruiser reporting.
That bug is still super annoying.
Get over here and help. Shoot him down. Getting a lock. I'm under attack. Intercepting. Attack formation. Targeting. Yes, Commander. I'm hit. Roger that.
I like to take the approach of using my units to destroy the enemy units,
I have the target in sight. Stay in.
and then by wiping out the enemy forces, we can liberate the planet below.
I've got it. Waiting order.
I learned from the best.
Open fire. The lasers are our target. Get behind us. They've got us targeted. Engines are gone, sir. How about a little help? I have them. Where'd he come from? Reporting. Can anyone else see him?
Reporting.
Where are you? This is bad. Coming around. I can't take another hit like that. Someone cover me. I got fighters on me. Get over here.
Well, Valerie, that's part of why I had you start working on some UI elements. Because then you can only get so far ahead on the concept art.
I'm hit. Firing.
See, I'm thinking 17 steps ahead.
Assault They've got us targeted. How about a little help? Can anyone else see him? I've got him. Where are you? I can't stay out here. Draw their fire. I can't take another hit like that. Someone cover me. Time to earn our pay. Batteries online. I got fighters on me. Getting a lock.
Boom! My plan had been to stop recording like 20 minutes ago so that I could not have to render an episode tonight when I upload it. But now we're at an hour and 5 minutes, so I'm actually going to do that now because we can have longer episodes. So I'm just going to press the stop recording button, then we're going to get another little bit in still. I also need to save. So YouTube people watching the VOD of this, thank you for watching. We're going to go for another episode's worth here, probably before I go for the night. But yeah. Bye.